Thank you for coming here. I'm very much interested in the technical aspects of this guerrilla shooting. I suspect you had 5, 6, 7 people in the cast, correct?
Yeah.
What were the rest of the roles of the 12 people in the van?
So we had one director of photography. That poor guy had no lights to play with. Really, no lights. I think he had like one of those like gas lamps, and that was it. Then it was a makeup person that didn't have to do anything, because we never used her. I think we used her twice, and whenever she was working, I would rush. We're like, no, you know what? We don't need it. So we had that person that was kind of helping us to do other stuff. Then we had assistant director that was completely useless. And she just tagged along writing her diary. And I used a friend of mine to...
She ate the weirdest...
yeah, she ate this really weird snack. It was crackers, the cheapest possible crackers, with ketchup, mustard and mayo. And she would mix it with another cracker. No. Yeah, that was really disgusting. After we saw her do that, we lost all respect for her. So, and then we had a sound guy that he was competent, but he was hitting on everybody. She was hitting on Crystal Fairy. And then he treated Michael really poorly until he found out that he's been in TV or something, right? I
just remember him when he found out I've lived in California. He was like, "Oh yeah, you know the baked potato?" I went, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, baked potato. It's a food where they put a potato in tin foil and then they cut it and they put butter." And I was like, baked potato. That's what you identify with California." That was like his.
So American. It was like a really kind of like a Scooby-Doo weird team. But that only shows you like we only like out of all those 6 extra people we needed 2. So you could really make movies with nobody like. But it was great. There was a lot of things to like carry around. Like we were all doing different tasks. At the end, like the wardrobe art director person was carrying like the monitor for when we were shooting out in the desert, and like. Somebody would held the microphone when needed. Like it was really a collective sort of work. But yeah, I think we were 12, and those were the other roles.
Thank you.
Thanks. I thought I saw another hand here at some point. Okay, back over here.
Hi, I'm Jerem, and I was wondering. How many hours a day were you guys shooting? And because I believe in the beginning you said it took how many days?
12.
Yeah, that's like very few days for a movie. And I was wondering, was that like a limit, or it just took 12 days?
It's money, really. Like how they break down screenplays, producers is like by day how much money you're spending per day. So like one day, like if the budget is 400,000 and you have 12 days, it's like usually divided like 400 divided in 12, right? So days are really expensive when you're shooting a movie. No matter how tiny is your budget, the less days the best. And like 12 days sounds little, but it's not. Like it's a myth that movies need to take longer than 2 weeks. Like The Maid, I shot it in 16 and All Cats in 2 weeks and this in 12 and then Magic, which was like the biggest, it was 28 days. Like, really, movies don't need to take that long to film. It's a myth.
Thank you.
What kind of advice would you give to filmmakers? I mean, you've done obviously the guerrilla small budget film, but you've also done magic higher budget film. I mean, now that you've done the gamut,
For starters, I think for people that are trying to make their first movie, I usually advise to like write something from the beginning that is possible to produce. Like, don't go and write a gangster movie because you suck at writing it first. You don't know what gangsters I like. You don't know any gangsters. Like, what are you doing? So write about your high school teacher or your mom or your cousin or your sister that you hate or love. Like, just write about close stuff, like experience that, like, you've had to have like meaningful experiences, no matter how low key they are. If they mean something to you, then you can communicate that. And I did. That's my first advice, to just write something producible. Like, don't go and write like a $2 million movies, because it's really hard to get money for movies.